Hi guys, so today I'm going to work with this set that I recently picked up from Craft Stash. It's the Simply Made Crafts by Helen Griffin Teapot die set. So if it's still available, I will link in the description box. That'll be an affiliate link, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. And that's, you know, any of the items that I show here. Now, having said that, when I checked it out a couple days ago, or whenever I came in, just to make sure I, was still there, it was sold out. Now, I don't know if that means they're going to restock it, because to be honest, this is a collection they came out with, and maybe they're just not going to restock it, right? Like right now, they have a teacup, and they haven't put the teacup back in stock. So, teacup is super cute. I just grabbed this as a gift box, but like I said, it is probably not gonna come back in stock. But the reason I tell you guys, like when I go to order something, sometimes I'll show you, oh, there's a sale here, but this is what I picked up, or I link what I picked up, because that way, if you're interested at all, you might want to pick it up, and then, we avoid this situation. But I did say I was gonna make tutorials, of course, if I pick up, so here it is. So hopefully you have it if that's something you went ahead and picked up. Like as I mentioned, whenever I had mentioned they were having this sale, it sold out. So I'm sure they just had a few left that they were just, selling, right? Because like I said, the collection came out a little while back. So let me move some of these things to the side. Interestingly enough, people say they don't have instructions, and they don't have a lot of instruction, but I do see that there are some words on the packaging. So let's see what it says. But it's really cute. Again, it's just gonna make a basic like teapot, really simple. I've noticed that's what this is it Christina? Oh, sorry, no, that's another lady. The other one's Christina something or other. So Helen Griffin there makes them very basic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hard. There's not, there's some small pieces here, but they're not too tiny. That's what I've been noticing about her dies. So I'm assuming we're gonna need 2 of this. Matte layer, 1 or 2, it depends on if you want to make like a back piece for it. Matte layer, right? Just looking at them. And I have the die cut side up, so that's what I'm showing you right now. This is the little teapot, the little spout. Super easy. It cuts it at once. You're gonna have both sides, so you only need one of this. Same thing with the handle. Oh, I just thought about how cute would that be to be pearlescent paper, the base, because that way it's a little bit shiny, kind of like a teapot, like if it was just porcelain. I think I have white shiny paper still. I'm getting low on it, but I use it so often, We have this piece that goes somewhere. Maybe it's just like a little label or another piece you can use. Oh, actually, Vianney. I forgot that this makes like a little house if you want. That's the decoration if you want it. I don't know if I'm going to use that today, to be honest. I think I'm going to matte and layer some stuff, but it does have for your little door. So there's a background piece plus this piece, and it actually hinges. How cute. So it doesn't cut that side, but it does cut this side, so when you can actually open it. Little window pieces. No. This is the window piece. Sorry, guys. So let's pretend door, window, wherever it is you want. Little embossing pieces to make it look like brickwork, so you can push that in. If you just run it through, it'll just kind of impress on whatever, if it's the teapot itself or like this matte layer. There's a little piece that makes a slit, so there's probably reasons why you would want that. And these are some kind of tabs that you might need to keep something up, is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same distance of like these guys. So on the back here, it does say you need a large format die cutting machine. I'll measure that die for you guys in a minute. Cut 2 large panels, 1 spout, and 1 handle. Yep. If you would like to add ribbon to the gift bag, use the long rectangle shape, this right here, to add holes, not this, to the top at this stage. Fold all score lines, and then top tip. The arch score line must be a mountain fold. The center of the 3 lines above will be a valley fold. They're talking about this here, I believe, because it's going to kind of cave in like this. Adhere the 2 panels together using the side and base tabs, and pinch the top together to create your gift bag. Add your handle and spout to each side of the bag below the arch fold. Decorate as desired, then secure with Velcro or ribbon. Super simple, Make a cottage using the windows and door. Use semicircles for the roof and add flowers to make pretty. So honestly, if you didn't want to put the spout on it, just don't do those things, and you have a little house, right? So the images they had there did definitely have it so that it's still a teapot with the little house, but you can also just make a little house, like gift box. Cute. Okay, so I still don't know what these are for. It doesn't quite say. It might be just for reinforcement, to be honest, because if you had these and you reinforce these pieces, you know, there might be something else that it helps you. I don't see what it would be. So let's just get started. Yeah, oh, gold. Yes, okay. So let's cut these from gold paper. So both of these, one of each from gold paper. And this guy, I need two of them, and I'll cut this from the white paper that I had mentioned, like a pearlescent white paper. But let's measure this guy for you guys just so you know. And hopefully if you already ordered it, you have a larger machine. So most companies, they will tell you on the listings the largest die size. It might be in centimeters. Just pull up a centimeters to inch converter, you know, on Google, and you can just pop it in. That way you'll know. It's about 7 1/8, almost like more like 7 1/16, but let's just say 7 1/8. And in the other direction, it is 8 3/4 exactly. So you need something that at least cuts this big, and for me that would be my tangerine, right? So we'll do these layers in just a minute, but like I said, I'm not going to do the house. I don't think I'm going to cut with this either. Or should we? That's a tough one because I don't know if I want to use ribbon or not. I guess we'll just seal it at the top. I'm not going to do that part. Okay, so you already know. Oh, I have some silver paper here. But, you know, I'll run this through the Anna Griffin gold. So it's a little bit matte gold. And then I'm going to look for my pearlescent paper for this, and that'll be the base of it, okay? But I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and cut those out, but I also brought out this magazine because if you guys recall, I had just hauled this, and I have all these papers in this paper pack, and I said, you know, it's hard for me sometimes to use layering weight paper. Look how cute. So maybe we'll try that out for the matte layers. Why not? Okay. So one other thing about these little braces, which is what I figured they are, I thought they were reinforcements. It's basically to keep this open, is what it seems like. So we have our little, like, teacup handle. And since this is that gold, you know, Anna paper, it's white on the inside. So, and these guys are going to glue to the base of our little project. So we probably don't even have to mess with this right now. I just want to show you what I mean by these little guys. So you can use them or you don't have to use them, but you can put these guys here. My curiosity is, does it make them look wider or like give them some, or are they exactly the same? Pretty much exactly the same. And you just glue them here and here to make it a little sturdier, right? And I suppose you can put another one, but I really don't want to. So it's not as noticeable. So we have those pieces. So let's just put those to the side for right now. Not sure why I still have that, but I'm telling you, I'll save even this because I can still cut here, right? Words, whatever fits in. I need gold. I will definitely keep that for the next one. Okay. So this is going to be really easy. So it's, I mean, there's not a lot going on. If you're going to make the little teapot decorations, you know, you can definitely do that to make the little house. Super easy. And then we can matte and layer. First, you know me, I always like to do my folds. So as far as these score lines, this guy goes in. And if you want to bring out your bone folder, go for it. I turned it over, right? So this is the wrong side of the paper. Again, pretty much all these scores lines are going to score in. I'll do the same thing with the other one. Back on the nice side. This little guy is going to touch the other one in this way, you know what I'm saying? So when they come together, they kind of push back. So you can do that or you can just leave it for now, but this guy, of course, is going to go in also. I just want to show you that this one's a little special, this one here. This is the one they're talking about. So this middle part obviously goes in, and then this kind of curves out. So I'm just going to run my hand along that little curve, and hopefully we can make it do its thing without getting too like wonky. So I'm just kind of pushing on it, because honestly it's not going to happen until you actually glue this together. You know what I'm saying? So for right now we're just getting that kind of trained up for what it needs to do. Okay, so just kind of working with that. Not really doing much until we glue them together. So I'll do the same thing with this side, and the score lines are really nice and etched in there, so that's good. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay, so we have two pieces that are literally exactly the same. And whenever you have box pieces like this, basically you turn them over. This one's gonna glue over here, and then everything else comes in. So I'm gonna start with that tab. And I always like to put it right on the edge, the glue. And a lot of times I hold this up in the air because it's just easier for me to see what's going on. But really you want to line it up with that very bottom edge, right? So along the side, but the bottom. So that when we put it together, It's not way up here. There's like a little space there. In fact. And I'll just lay that down, and now that helps me kind of smooth it down. And before it really sticks, I always take a double look, just in case I moved it too much. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then this part, since it's exactly the same, we can just fold this down. A lot of times I make it so that I'm still holding it up in the air and I'm putting my hand in there, but honestly, all you have to do is just lay it out. And I always forget that. I don't know why. I'm just so used to just working in the air. I don't even think about it, but these are exactly the same. So when you fold it over, you should pretty much hit where it needs to be. And it's a little bit off, but again, that's the scoring. You know, you score it by hand, so then you might be a little bit off. But what I'm doing is aligning the bottom. Still paying attention to that bottom line. That's the best I can tell you. Whenever, I know people will say, oh, like you do it so well, like as far as it comes out looking really nice. That's what I'm paying attention to. Always the lines. So this and this, it wanted to do something different on me, and I was like, nope. And I forced it to where I wanted it. Because again, when you score something, maybe I scored this, pushed up a little bit, and this back here. So you can still rescore it, you know, to get it where you need it. So there's that. And then the box itself, we have these little tabs. They're so small. So I'm going to put glue on those guys and bring in one side and then the other. And it doesn't matter to me which is which, or which goes down first. So I'll just bring one down like this. And I'll put glue all over this guy. And bring it down like that. And just make sure it's nice and squared up. So I'm pushing really well, seeing about it looking nice and square. And when I turn it over, I can look down inside. This is a really nice size little box. How cute is this, just to have it like this and don't even pay attention to the teapot stuff of it, kind of like I mentioned if you made a little house without the teapot stuff, because honestly, it'll just come together and it looks really cute. It reminds me of like a clasp, I guess. That's probably what I'm looking at there. But okay, so we have that. I think I'm going to do the matte layers before I actually put it together. So, you know, do you want to decorate both sides? I'll probably just decorate the front. So I need a matte layer for that. And then I think there's a matte layer for this little side. Yep. And I think that's it. So, let's look at the paper and see what we want. So I will cut a front, two sides, so one for the front and then one for the back part of it, you know what I'm saying? The left and right, or however, if you're looking at the teapot, and then something for the front, and I'll leave the back alone. So, I mean, look at this, you can use all the paper, even the back page is something, look at that. And I'm pretty sure it came from that magazine. Now that I look at it, I'm like, was it from that magazine? I might have paired this up wrong. But this also has like cute things I can cut and put on here. Look, happy new home, wouldn't that be sweet? A little teapot with a little like sentiment like that. Oh, look at this one. Oh, both sides of this are so pretty, but look at this. Yep, that's what we're going with. I didn't have to get too far into the paper. It has a lot of really pretty papers in here, and I'm just going to tear it, guys. I'm not going to be too upset about it. I mean, even all the time ones, you know, we love that with tea. Of course, it reminds us of Alice and all that, but I mean, look at this. So pretty. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about maybe cutting down some of these guys to pop on there, but look. Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. So for now, I'm going to cut maybe something like that. Let's do that for that front piece, and then I'll find two pieces that I like. And maybe just, you know, this one, because we're going to cover a lot of this anyway. So maybe from here, and then just another piece without interfering too much with my beautiful papers. That way I maximize them. Now this paper is like newsprint, so I don't really want to put too much tape because a lot of times that kind of paper wants to tear. So this is well used, best craft tape ever, and hopefully it won't damage anything. But I'll roll this through, and again, two of this one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our little pieces, and I'm just going to place those. Not 100% sure how much of it needs to be where it needs to be. It looks like it's exactly the same size. Oh, okay, good. There's a little bit of matting on that. Okay, so I'm gonna stick that one down right here. I'll glue the opposite one right here, and then this guy just right here down in front. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have that going. And again, when this pushes in and these guys come together, that's kind of why you're doing like this line, and then this guy bows out. I don't know how to explain it, so I'm going to try to get that going as best I can. But, ooh, this paper is really wet. Again, it's that newsprint kind of paper. So I'm going to give that a chance to dry before we keep manipulating this, because it seems to not like it. Okay, and this guy, I'm going to go ahead and add those little braces so we have a moment for that to set up. So, ooh, I don't want to... Okay. So, let's see. Now, what's not great about this is that metallic paper takes a little while to dry, so it's going to be slippery for a minute. Now, I guess you can use like hot glue if you wanted. Okay, so I just want to make sure that this isn't going to be super noticeable, like on this side, so I'm looking at that, where it is on the end, you know. So I'll hold that down for a second, for a little while. You can also trim it down, I suppose, and then bring this guy over. And I'm going to hold on to that guy too. So I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with this, just like down in here, add one of these little braces, okay? And I'll be back. Okay, I'm waiting for this glue gun to heat up, because I'm going to use a glue gun to put the handles on again, because, you know, this is kind of shiny and slippery, and I don't want to wait for that. In the meantime, to close this up, I think what I'm going to do is use half of these. Or you can just glue it right shut, but then, you know, obviously it gets torn to open it, and that's not great. So I'm just going to cut this. Be very careful, especially the way I'm doing it. Let me get my hands out of the way. I know you guys tell me all the time, oh, you need to be careful. Okay. So these are kind of stuck together already. And I'll put it this way just so it's flat on the top. Peel that. Actually, let's get the other one going. I want to see where I put what. The fuzzy stuff is out here. Okay. Okay, that's the same. Put that on there. Then peel this away. And these are just from the Dollar Tree, so we'll see how well they work with something like this. But I did say to seal it with Velcro, or, you know, the little ribbon. If you want to put ribbon, you would just put that strip, that little die, and run it through, so then you have a little hole and you can tie it together. I think some of the examples made it look like a purse. And as I'm doing this, I'm also going to be mindful of this little area here and just kind of pushing that in. So that's there. It's not really doing anything, but it's there. That score line, in my opinion, isn't doing much. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Maybe next time I'll put them down a little bit lower. Okay. So I think I'm first going to add this handle, because it has so many moving parts, right? These 4 little tabs. So let's push them in a little bit, especially because I'm using a hot glue. So just getting it ready. And basically you're going to glue them so that they're near each other like this, is what it seems like. So let me see about these bottom ones. Okay. It's a little tricky, guys. At least it is for me. I don't know. I want them to be nice and straight and also don't look silly. So let's put that here. And I'm lining them up and seeing what I'm doing. I hope that makes sense. I'm finding what I think is the middle, and I lined up these two so that they're straight. And we're using hot glue, so that's pretty much already set up. And I'm just trying to take away a little bit of this. It kind of came out there. Again, this is like newsprint paper, so you can't really mess with it too much. And then in here, I'm going to try to get under as best I can. Just a little there, a little there. I'm touching the tabs with it, guys. And that's just because of the way I'm doing this. There we go. That looks pretty straight. Holding those down. I guess you can get your finger in there, but I didn't want to, so I left it alone. Aw, there's our little handle. And then on this side, the reason I left this side last is because it has these long pieces and I can just kind of manipulate them better than trying to mess with all these 4 little tabs later on, you know. So I'm going to hold those. Just going to look at what I'm doing and add them on. So I'm looking at the midsection, not really pressing on those teacup handles in the back, just paying attention here. And of course you can pop this open, put your hand in there too if you'd like. But since I used a hot glue, that's pretty much it. It's ready to go. So that is the basic little teapot. How cute is that? Now I can leave this alone for another time to decorate. But as I'm working here, I saw this little cutie. I think Chris Almond possibly made this, and if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, but it was on one of the Tropical Flutters swaps, and I thought, you know what, this would be really cute to just add on here. Right? Oh my gosh, adorable. And then, I mean, the colors match, even though this is a different type of flower, obviously. And maybe a little tag. So, what I'm going to do is take one of these guys. Oh, sorry. Tea is a hug and a mug. Let's do tea is a hug and a mug, because that's cute. Sentiment there. And then, you know, there's also cute little things here that you can just stamp with it, you know, like this little flourish or whatever. Super cute. Let's grab that. And this, is this big enough? I think it is. That paper's too kind of tawny color. Okay, let's do this one, even though it's not similar. Oh, maybe a sage color. No, it's okay. We'll go with this one. I keep second guessing myself here. I'm going to stamp this also wherever I know that it looks like a nice square area, like this is a scrap paper I stamped here, I don't know. So I'm going to put it here, because what I'm hoping to do is make a tag out of it with a tag punch, so that the top looks like a tag, but I think it's not going to be noticeable anyway. By the time I do that and tuck it in under here, you probably won't even see the tag part of it, but that's okay. So hopefully, and again, I probably should use, let's see, I'm just going to pop that on there. Okay. I'm going to trim this down. Now my punch, it can be 1.5, 2 inches. I feel like 1.5 is good, so I'm going to cut this at 1.5, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Tea is a hug and a mug, and then I can place it in here, and that's that 1.5. Kind of want to eyeball how much it's going to end up cutting off, because that might be in my words. So what I'm going to do is turn this over just really quick, just so I can see where we're at. Okay, so I can see it would cut like into there. See that little piece of my lettering? So I'm going to turn this back over. I'm still going to punch it the right way, but I'm going to bring it back a little bit. So lined up pretty much left and right, but I'm going to bring it right to the edge over here, you know? That way I know that I'm not super cutting into my lettering. Again, you can't even tell it's a tag, to be honest. Okay, so I was just thinking about how far in I wanted to cut it. I'll just cut it off like right here. Roughly, let's see. Almost 3 inches, but not quite. Okay, I'll be right back. I like to live dangerously. I'm going to add something else. Probably that little board that I saw down here, this one. Let's see, this way. Yeah. And let me get this, get that out of the way, and my ink back. And I'm just going to stamp it by hand, by eye, which is not great, but that's okay. Let's see, hopefully that'll work for us, like right here. And again, you can kind of see, looking through your acrylic stamps or any clear stamp, if you're actually touching the surface, you know what I'm saying? So if you pick it up and you're like, oh, I missed that part. If you're looking at it, you'll see that it goes from looking like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you can tell. It looks brighter, I think, whenever you have actually touched the surface of your paper. So just make sure every area of the stamp looks like a little brighter like that, you know? And you're good to go. Okay, so let me see. If I glue this here, I'll just glue this down here somewhere, okay? So thank you so much, Chris, I believe. So cute. And when I saw the little ladybug, I was like, oh yeah. We gotta get this on here with that little ladybug. Oh, sorry, I'm way out here. Oh, I even have something, I guess if I wanted to put this on my tag, I could. But again, you can just barely see that this is a tag, so I'll just leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can see a little bit of it, but that's okay. And maybe go like this so it has a little movement. Oh, And that is it, guys. I feel like this movie, this video is a little longer than I intended because it's pretty quick. Like, what's going on here? Aw. There we go. Alright, guys. And there's a really nice size little gift box. Again, hopefully you picked it up when it was still available. It's 3 3/4 inches or so about wide. It's like 4 1/4, I'm sorry, 4 1/2 tall, but you know, kind of bends up there. And then down here, you know, almost a 3-inch base, like 2 7/8 inch by, again, 3 3/4. So just a really nice size little project. Super cute. Alright, guys, well, thanks for watching, and I'll have links as available in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.